Mom versus the son. You know that person. Everyone knows that person. The one who has brilliant ideas that somehow never quite play out as intended. Yeah, that's my mom. The queen of good intentions with disastrous execution. She's a visionary, a dreamer, a pioneer of comfort-driven motivation. She also has a track record of turning perfectly good sound plans into absolute chaos. For instance, her battle with the summer heat back in the days when air conditioning was a luxury reserved for the elite, well, at least for people richer than us. Everyone who knows Mom understands that her comfort is the most important thing to her, and she will do what's necessary to ensure that it remains satisfied. It was kind of a sweltering July afternoon where stepping outside felt like volunteering to be slow cooked by the sun itself. Mom decided that riding in the car during the summer heat was too much, and there were better ways to alleviate it. She got an idea that she could bring a spray bottle with her to do a light spray of water on her face when she needs to cool down. With the window down, evaporation would do the rest. A perfectly reasonable plan based on 6th grade science. What could possibly go wrong? Well, Mom and Dad climbed into the car, which had been sitting in the driveway for hours, heating up to the same temperature as the surface of the sun. Upon gripping the handle, Mom nearly screamed in pain before having a stroke of genius. She set her spray bottle to stream and fired a jet of water at the metal to cool it down. It worked. She was feeling confident, prepared, smart. Then she opened the door. A blast of boiling air erupted from inside, smacking her in the face. Still, she pushed through, sliding into the passenger seat, and immediately regretted everything. The seat, like a hot griddle ready to fry eggs. Her legs, butt, back simmered, and the only thing that could save her now was her trusty spray bottle. She encouraged Dad to hurry so they could get the car moving and she could cool down with her light mist evaporating off of her face. Desperate for relief, she lifted the bottle, forgetting in her rush that she still had it set to stream. She tilted her head back, smiled slightly in celebration of her genius, and then squeezed the trigger. A direct, high-pressure jet of cold water shot straight into her nostril and down her throat. She began violent coughing, sputtering, and panicked flailing. "I could have drowned," she choked out between coughs as Dad stared at her in exhausted silence, wondering how she's gotten this far in life without a helmet. Of course, Dad had to have a little chuckle. Determined not to let this failed experiment ruin her commitment to comfort, Mom came up with a new plan. She would upgrade. After the appointment they were going to, she stopped at the Kmart. They decided to splurge and purchased a perfect solution to this spray bottle fiasco. She got one of those battery-operated fans that has a spray bottle attached to it. And the best part? This bottle is designed to be used for spraying your face, to cool you in the hot car, so it doesn't have a stream setting. So the choking hazard is resolved. Again, they get into the burning hot car. She had conquered science. Excited to test her latest idea, she climbed back into the blazing hot car, flipping on her new grace-saving fan. Instantly, the weak little plastic blades whirred to life, blowing only hot air from inside the car directly into her face. Well, this won't do. She needs water. Thinking fast, she poured the remaining water from her original spray bottle into the new one. That's the ticket. She'd fixed the problem. She lifted the device, turned on the fan, squeezed the trigger. Well, she'd forgotten that she put her glasses on to go into the store and she was still wearing them. I mean, sure, the water is wet and the fan cools her instantly, but the water vapor covers her glasses, completely rendering her temporarily blind. Dad, casually driving out of the parking lot, turned a glance to Mom, only to find her staring back at him with completely frosted-over lenses like some sort of malfunctioning robot. That was it. Dad had to pull over because he was laughing so hard that he physically could not catch his breath and he feared passing out. Mom, still blind, sat there glassy-eyed in silence for a second and then followed suit and began to laugh until, well, you know. And that, folks, is how Mom's pursuit of comfort always manages to become a tragic comedy of errors. How does the saying go again? The best laid plans of mice and men go awry? I hope you enjoyed the examples of how Mom's comfort created chaos. Have you had a perfectly prepared plan go with this badly? Share a few of those stories in the comments. Don't forget while you're at it to click the subscribe button and the thumbs up as you move your mouse across the screen to the next video. See you next time.